I was lucky enough to have grown up with all four of my grandparents, Grandpa Morty, Grandma Ellie, Grandpa David, and Grandma Harriet. Until I was 17 years old, I was smothered in tremendous bear hugs, bothered by lipstick-filled kisses, and graced with unparalleled wisdom. They were four very different, yet uniquely wonderful people, and I love and appreciate them more and more every day. I used to see my grandparents pretty often, basically every month, for Jewish holidays, birthdays, anniversaries. Our small yet tightly knit family would get together, most often at Grandma Harriet and Grandpa David's house in Queens, New York. As the youngest grandchild, I would always sit on one of their laps as they talked about whatever was going on. Those conversations usually began with the weather. You can learn a lot about somebody by asking them about the weather. Someone once told me that the only difference between a day that's mostly sunny and partly cloudy is the weather person's mood. We'd sit around the Friday night dinner table, and somebody would inevitably ask about the forecast for the rest of the weekend. Each grandparent would play meteorologist. "It's going to be a gorgeous weekend, just gorgeous," Grandma Harriet would say with her strong Brooklyn accent. "What are you talking about, Harriet?" Grandma Ellie would chime in. "High 50s and a 30% chance of showers is not gorgeous. It seems terrible to me." Grandpa Morty went next. "What are you two yapping about? It's just weather. If it rains, wear a jacket. If it's warm, take it off. Who cares?" Finally, they'd look at Grandpa David, always the last to speak. "We can't predict the weather, and it's out of our control, so why fuss over it? It may be sunny, or it may be cloudy. No matter what the weather may be, we can all still have a wonderful weekend together." A couple years later, we were having another holiday dinner at that same dining room table at Grandma Harriet's house. I was in 3rd grade, and Mrs. Tozar had just given me my first ever unsatisfactory mark on an essay. I showed up to Grandma's with a pout on my face, so naturally the topic of conversation that evening was, "What's wrong with Jordan?" I told them about my grade, and I explained how scared I was about all my writing assignments going forward. I had no idea if I'd ever get a good grade again. Grandma Harriet started. "Aw, Jordan, darling, don't worry about it. It's just one essay, and you are going to do beautifully on the next one." I looked at her, glossy-eyed. "Ugh, you are just so delicious, I can't even get over it," she said. Grandma Ellie shared her own thoughts. "That's not good, Jordan. One bad grade can turn into 2, and then who knows? You better be careful." "I was no good in school," Grandpa Morty would say. "It doesn't matter. Good grades, bad grades, who cares? Just move on, kid." Grandpa David would speak last again, after listening to all the other words of consolation. "Jordan, you're going to succeed and you are going to fail. One isn't necessarily good and the other isn't necessarily bad. What matters most is what you learn from each experience." Grandpa David and Grandma Harriet moved into an apartment by the time I was 16, but they still hosted all of our family gatherings. Every Passover, the Seder included a search for the Afikoman. Traditionally, the eldest person, in this case Grandpa David, would hide a piece of matzah somewhere in the house, and then whichever kid found it won $20 and bragging rights until the next year. One Passover, my brother was away at Duke, so it was just me, my parents, and my 4 grandparents at dinner. Since I was the only kid, I searched around the house, but I couldn't find the Afikoman. I looked everywhere. When I finally gave up, we all asked Grandpa David to get it for me. We told him it was too good of a